everyone, we are here starting the berry party event for merge elves, and actually I just noticed that my chest room is ready to be cycled through, so I'm going to hang off on starting this for just 1 second. Go ahead and start another chest unlocking. Alright, now let's dig into this event. Looking over the rewards, we've got the mountain elf and the berry elf, along with several trophies and a couple of nests. Looks like one nest on this. So, nice rewards. Looking forward to this. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. Got my daily golden leaves. Alright, so taking a look at our quests, merge 5 of anything 125 times. Yep, that's what we normally get. Harvest from withered plants 65 times. And heal 45 pieces of land. That all sounds good. Looks like we've got the Chaos Elf to start us off. And let's do a couple little perimeter merges so we can get our first life flower and give our elf something to do. Alright, so for this first part of the event, it's really about getting together a large-ish orb. That way we can do a decent heal, clear up some land, and try to get what we need in order to build some of those higher level life flowers. While he is working on that, let's take a look around the board, check out the map. This is quite a large map. It looks like it's shaped like a bunch of grapes, which is pretty cool. The fact that this map is big means we're probably going to need about 6 of the mythical orbs to heal everything, but it's also good to take a look at the map and see how much healing power you need in certain places. Like, for example, all the way up this far into the map, so about halfway, a little less than halfway, these are still just 16 to heal, and then up to 50, 200. Okay, so we don't get into the hundreds until this area of the map. So even though it's a really big map, it looks like it's going to heal pretty quickly, at least until we get to the last section of it. But we are still definitely going to need around 6 orbs. And that also depends on how many merges on the perimeter you make as you work. The more merges you make on the perimeter, the less healing you're going to need to do with orbs. Alright, keep that working. The next thing I always like to check out is my cloud keys. So the cloud key guide is on my website, link in the description. There's all kinds of useful information for this event there. So definitely go check that out. But even though we have played this event before, you never know when they might change something up. Especially where we're in the holiday season, they might have a holiday version of something. So it's good to keep an eye out for things and be aware of stuff. So in the berry event, these little berry bushes here are what we merge up to harvest point items. And our point items come from the berry chain. So if we take a look at this, there we go. This berry chain will be our point items in this event. So it's a chain that we see quite a bit, but sometimes it's in an event just as cloud keys. But for this one, it's going to be point items, and we also need a couple of these for cloud keys. So the first cloud key we have right over here actually is berries. It looks like the raspberries. Yep, the level 3 right there. So that will be pretty easy to open up. There is a hidden cloud key behind there, so we'll find out for sure what that is once it clears away. Over here, this cloud key right here is the purple life flower. I want to say it's the level 4. And I'm going to grab a quick picture right here. There we go. So on the website, I have a picture of the flower that goes there, but I forgot to grab a screen cap of the of this spot itself. So that's going to go on there. This one right here is a stump that comes from the Vibrant of Forest chain. And to show you guys what that looks like, it's right here, it's the level 4. And with the Vibrant of Forest chain in this event, it's just here to use as cloud keys, which is why it says puzzle next to the name. It's not actual point items, it's just little puzzles. And in order to make sure we have enough 5 merges only with this chain. In this event, we're going to need all the way up to the level 9 for cloud keys. So 5 merges only, all the way up. Let's see, so there's that. Let's do a quick check-in here. There we go. All right, still doing well with those. So that's those cloud keys down here, and then one hidden one over here. That one looks like one of the shrubs from the event shrub chain. And this one is going to be the lychee tree from the fruit tree chain. So this event is really good for gem harvesting because we need the higher level fruit trees anyway. So there are a lot of resources on the map to help us build those. And since we're building up to a lychee tree anyways, we might as well take advantage of that to get lots of extra gems once we finish the event. Right over here, this one is, this is the event treasure chest. So the treasure chest for that is actually found on the map. It is right there. So that's going to be the cloud key for that one. So once we get all that healed, we'll be able to get over there. Let's see. And that's all 3 of those keys. Coming up here, this is the Gemini Statue, which is also already on our map. Right there. So that's awesome. Let's see, no more cloud keys off to the side there. Let's see, we already looked at that one. One mystery one there. So then just over here. This one here is one of the party berry bushes. I don't recall which level it is. The information is on my website. I want to say this is the level 3 of those party berry bushes, but it might be the level 4. And then moving up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 hidden cloud keys. So off the top of my head, I don't remember what all of these are, but all of that information is on the event page on the website. So if you want to know in advance what you need to build, definitely go and check that out. For right now, let's come back on over here, see how we're doing. Let's see, that's going to be a 10 merge right there, 5 merge there. Grab that, very nice. Get the elf back over here harvesting again. Alright, so the last thing we want to look at before we start getting a little more active with this event are these petrified eggs. So in order to unpetrify them, I will need to watch an ad for each egg. And there are going to be 3 of these berry elf eggs that need to be unpetrified. So looking around the map real quick to find out where the other ones are. There's one right here. And I think the other one is under a cloud key. Maybe under this one with the flower. We also have star elf eggs on the board in this event, and the other 2 are under cloud keys. So before the end of this event, we're going to have at least 3 elves. The chaos that we started with, the berry elf, and a star elf. So that will definitely be a good deal. We also have mystery eggs that show up, and by the time we heal everything, we'll have 3 of those. So we'll get one of the, whatever elf happens to hatch out of the mystery eggs. So we'll have 4 elves by the time we're ready for gem harvesting. Alright, I think I want to try for 1 higher level. I'd like one of the white orbs. There we go. Got a combo bubble there. So I don't usually put a lot of effort into getting combo bubbles, but honestly, with a map like this that has such a big area that's low on the amount of healing it needs, it's a little bit worthwhile, I think. Because the combo bubbles usually heal, just 1 or 2 points, sometimes a little more if you make multiple combos in a row. Scooch those over there. So they can be worth it, but it does take time to set up those combos and to be absolutely sure you're not going to make a mistake and lose out on 5 merges. I feel like being careful and protecting those 5 merges is more valuable than getting the combo bubbles. But if it's an easy combo to get, there's really no reason not to go for it. Alright, we need to get to 1 more turquoise, which will give us 2 of the white orbs, and then I think I'm going to set those off, and that will get us going on this event. I'm trying to remember. I think this is the third or fourth time I've played the Berry Party event. So I feel pretty comfortable with this one. Not my last playthrough of it, but the one before that was pretty interesting. I had fun figuring out the cloud keys. The videos of those playthroughs are in my YouTube channel, and they're also linked on the event page on my website. So definitely feel free to check those out. Just a couple more to go. While we're harvesting, I'd like to take a few minutes to say I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, or night, whatever time it is for you when you're watching this and playing through this. For me, it is a little bit past 11 o'clock at night, heading on towards midnight. There we go. So Thursdays are really interesting. Every Thursday I have a game night with a bunch of friends. So I go out to game night and I get home at about 10:30 at night. And there's usually a Merge Elves event that starts at 11 o'clock or midnight. It used to be midnight all the time, and then it moved to 11. So I don't know if that's because of daylight savings. I didn't notice when the change took place. But yeah, so Thursday evening and night is just a big old gaming event for me. So by the time I get home from gaming with friends, I am all kinds of excited and, amped up to get my merge on. So I hope everyone else is having as equally a good day. And if you're not, this kind of thing is a great way to relax. You just start merging. It's a little bit meditative. Let your brain just sink into the merges. Be present. All that good mindful stuff. Alright, so we got the 2 white orbs that we were looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and set this off. And I think this first one's going to heal quite a bit. Let's see what we get. Very nice. So that healed enough to unlock our capsules and get us our first star. We're healing 45 pieces of land. Oh, and it's still going. Got a little extender right there. Don't see any other extenders to click. Yeah, so I'm going to just set the star and that capsule aside for the moment. And we also got an event chest. These little yellow puffballs here are the lowest level of the shrubs. With these end up being cloud keys, so you're going to want to stick to 5 merges with them just to make sure you have enough to get the highest level. And these right here are items that you can harvest for point items. And then, now that we have one healed, these are the items that we will be harvesting that stick around, that we can harvest over and over, and they never shrink and disappear for our point items. And that one cloud key we looked at earlier at the top of the screen is this level 4. So on these 5 merges only, I don't remember if one of the hidden cloud keys is that level 6, but a lot of times the higher level of these harvestable items will be a cloud key. So the safe bet is always 5 merges only until you know for a fact it's safe to do that 3 merge. All right. In the interest of keeping everything together, I am going to move my petrified eggs over here. Now I want to check and see if I have any merges on the perimeter. But before I start doing that down here, I want to look at my higher level areas. So like these take 2,000 to heal. If there were any of those little grasses up here, it would be worth saving them, because if I make the merge up here, that little grass suddenly becomes worth 5,000 or 2,000. But I don't see any of the grasses, just these large flowers. And we will be healing some large flowers soon, but those are harvestable, so they might disappear before we get up there. We'll find out. For now, what is that? Thorns, huh? I don't remember seeing thorns before. I don't see any others on the map, so that's very interesting. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start doing some of those merges on the perimeter, which is going to help get us some more life flowers as well as clear out some more space. Very nice. Got a little extender right there. Trying not to have any clumsy merges, but you know, sometimes life happens. Sometimes. Let's see, that's going to be a sungrass. Like that. That's okay. Looking for a stargrass. Very nice. Let's see, we could use a stargrass over here. That's a sungrass. Then moongrass. Look, that looks like stargrass right there, but I'm gonna need 2, and a moongrass would be good. So bring over the moongrass, bring over a couple of stargrass. Very nice. Alright, oh, that's blocked in, that's blocked in. See, that's a stargrass right there. Oh, no, it's not, it's a moongrass. I always get the moongrass and the stargrass mixed up on this event. They look very similar when they're all grayed out and unhealed. Right there. Very nice. That's a stargrass. Looks like a sungrass right there. Yep. Another little stargrass. Do I have another one? Yes. And grab that extender. That do for us? Thought I saw, yes, another stargrass right down there. So that's good. Like a couple of sungrass would be helpful there. Alright. And I've got some leaves of a fruit tree that I can make. Whoop, didn't mean to grab that. That's okay, it didn't hurt anything. Can make a 5 merge with that leaves of a fruit tree. We could start building up those fruit trees that we're going to need. There's a couple more of those little shrubs. And then this is where I like to start gathering up all of the specialty items. Anything that is harvestable, anything point items. That looks good. Let's see, I can do a 5 merge on these. 5 merge on these. That's going to give me the raspberry cloud key. So we'll go ahead and open up our first cloud key. Ta-da! Very nice, very nice. Oh, and there's that other petrified egg. These little puff balls, oh my goodness, are 10,000 to heal, but fortunately, oh wait, I think those are the level 2, so they're one size up. So we're probably going to hold off on healing those for a moment, because we have 2 of them. But that's it for now. So we'll hang on to that. This cloud key is the level 4 of the mushroom chain, and the second to last cloud key we unlock, I think it's the second to last one. It's much later on. I think it ends up being this one right here, this mystery one. Has a cloud peak underneath it. So cloud peak will create clouds, imaginatively enough, that you can tap on, and it creates rain, and the rain makes puddles which turn into mushrooms. So those mushrooms are what you'll need to get and merge up. Thank you. In order to make this mushroom. So that one will probably be the last or one of the last cloud keys that we unlock. All right. Looking around here, we do have a few more berries, a few more berry bushes. I'm going to start bringing my life flowers over this way. Looking up here, I don't see any other special items. So that is going to work out just fine. Get my fruit trees closer together so I can see what I have to merge everything up. I don't have a 5th one just yet, but that's fine. Alright, do a little bit of merging with these guys. Try to get up to that purple flower. Oops. There we go. So we can unlock the other cloud key. And actually, this might be a place where making a combo bubble is a good idea, even if it means missing out on a 5 merge, because the combo bubbles are really good for targeted healing. So over here I have, these 2 places that are 10,000 apiece, and if I took a large orb or an orb and popped it over here, that extra healing would get eaten up. But with a little combo bubble, It's just gonna go straight where I want it without wasting any healing. So at this point I have all of my petrified eggs, and I just need to watch my ads to unlock those and get my second elf. So I'm going to pause the recording and do that, and then I will be back. Alright, so my berry elf eggs have all been unpetrified. Get our berry elf. Yay, there she is. So pretty, so ready to help out and harvest things. Alright. So the first stage of an event for me is really about getting things organized and condensed as much as possible so I know where everything is. So all of my items that I need to be careful with and that I need to keep for future merging and harvesting, I like to move over to one area, and I normally move them over to the left. I'm not entirely sure why. It just always seems like the right thing to do. And then, let's see, that can stay right there, those can go there, that's fine. Alright. And I've got some orbs. These extra little tufts of the different kinds of grasses I will hang on to for a few more minutes. Just in case they come in handy. But then I usually end up merging them to get the life flower sprouts, because I don't see a whole lot of those grasses on the board still. There are a couple over here. So they might come in handy, or we might end up, healing all of that with the other white orb. We'll find out. Alright, 5 merge there. Got a 5 merge here, which is going to give us that purple life flower. Awesome. Alright, there's that purple level 4, so we can bring that over here. And that's going to clear up that cloud key area. Let's see, we got some nice flowers out of that. Was that our third? Do we have the star elf already? Oh my goodness, look at that. Alright, elf number 3, super early on. So that's awesome. Let's see, so we want to open up that extender. We can get a 5 merge with these berries. That will unlock that extender. Which gets us another gooseberry. We have a few of these guys right here. We'll move them over. Be the start of our gem collection. Very nice. Any other specialty items open up? No. And we got... So at this point we have 4 of these little puffies. And I think we could do a 3 merge with them, but I'm not positive. I don't remember. And this is where, if I was more interested in being efficient, I would probably look through the previous playthroughs before the start of this event. That way I could be reminded of what happened the last time I played. There's a 10 merge. But I'm not doing a speed run, so I don't mind if I have to go a little bit slower to do everything. Sometimes it's fun to play the events. Like, sometimes it's more fun to play the events when you don't have every part of them memorized, because it's still a little bit of a discovery, a little bit of a mystery. I feel like when you get to the point with an event where you know it inside and out, backwards and forwards, it's fun a couple more times maybe, because then you can do your speed run and you can really, perfect how you play that event. But after a while it turns into, okay, I'm gonna sign in and just do this event that I already know by heart. And while it's always fun to get the rewards, sometimes that can make it a little bit less interesting to play, at least for me. So, I don't mind going into this without having everything memorized and referencing stuff. But that's just my play style. I know there are a lot of people who are really good at remembering exactly which cloud key goes where and what's underneath it and the best order to open them all in. That's not really my strong suit. But yeah. I mean, if that's your play style, that's awesome. I wish I could remember what's under all the cloud keys without having to look it back up. So, good on you. Okay. I think I'm going to do... yeah, I think I'm gonna do a 5 merge with those. I think I'm just gonna clean up some of these grasses. All the areas that these grasses would help us heal are low enough level that we don't lose much by using them. So, in the interest of organizing, I'm just gonna move that out of the way. Let's see, this one right here, this is one of our party berry bushes. Looks like the level 3. Yeah, that does look like the level 3. And no, that's not that one. Okay, so I don't want to merge these up just yet, because then there'll be more of a distraction. Right now our elves are really focused on getting orbs, which is what we want. Alright, that looks good. So I do have one sungrass left over. Spread these out so they can be making some nice life flower sprouts for us. Got a 5 right there. Get a 5 merge over here. That's good, that's good. Got the 5 merge up here. So we're at 75 5 merges out of 125. So we're moving in a good direction with that. Alright, all of this looks good. So I think what I'm ready to do now is another heal. Let's go ahead in this direction here. Yeah, it wasted a... Well, maybe not. If it opens the cloud key, that's fine. Alright, that's fine. Let's see. Got a couple of these. Got another one of those. Got a treasure chest to move over. We got these two little golden shrubs. Alright. So these do merge. We can also harvest these. These are really good to get fruit tree seeds from. But if you're trying to save time and healing, you can merge them along the perimeters. Alright, oh, that looks good. Let's get this stuff harvested down. Work on that harvesting withered plants. So we have a couple pieces of stargrass that I'll put over there. One of my favorite tricks for merge games has to do with these piles of leaves. If you just tap them, they're going to scatter into these smaller piles of leaves like you see right here, and then those can be harvested, usually for life flower sprouts. But when you tap these piles, they will give you 3 of those smaller piles. However, if you drag an elf over to the pile and drop them on top, they will harvest 1 item. Then you can tap the pile of leaves and still get 3. So you're essentially increasing every one of those piles of leaves to having 4 items in it rather than 3 items in it when you do it that way. So that's one of my favorite tricks that I've ever learned, and I have to give credit to that for that to Toasted Gamer Boutique, Toasty. She discovered that and shared it during a Merge Dragons event. In Merge Dragons, instead of piles of leaves, you have little piles of bones, but they act the exact same way. Let's see, I'm going to move these treasure chests down here. I won't save them all the way to the end because they can have life flowers in them. But mostly I like to try to merge those up for higher level gems. But if I find myself wanting life flowers, I might open them sooner. Right. Getting plenty of nice life flowers and fruit tree leaves and seeds. Very nice, very exciting. I've got some sungrass. I know I have, up there's some sungrass. I'm gonna leave that right there so I remember that I have it to use. Alright, let's do nice little life flower merges. Whenever you have a big clump of really anything like this, but like right now with the life flowers, you could do a mass merge and merge everything together if you wanted to. You don't get quite as much out of it usually, but if you are more interested in doing things quickly, a mass merge every now and then isn't the worst thing in the world. But especially this early game where I'm trying to build up my life flowers and get to that tricolored life flower, which we're probably going to need to harvest for a quest. Um, Taking it a little more slowly and doing those 5 merges will get you to that flower faster. Doesn't clear out the board as fast. Um, but it will get you, it's a better use of your resources. Later on in the game, when I have the high level life flowers that I want and I'm not, being super picky about life flowers, then I'll do some mass merges, especially when I do a really big heal and I just need to clean up the board. But for right now, I am working on my tricolors. Very nice. 5 merge there, a 10 merge right here. Oh, I did not expect that one to bounce. Usually, if your items have enough space to move around after they've merged, they won't bounce back together and do that second accidental merge on you. And it's safe to do like a 10 and sometimes even a 15 merge without worrying about losing anything. But that bounced back and it had quite a bit of room. I find on some events the items seem to be very sensitive to that and they seem more likely to bounce back together. And I don't know, it could just be me and they're not really more sensitive. It just looks like it. I'm trying to remember if this berry event is one of the events I've said in the past that they seem more sensitive. Right, very nice. Got a 5 merge with these purple flowers. Get the shine flowers. So I like to try and have all my flowers, if not the same level, at least giving me the same level of orb. That way I don't have a ton of different levels of orbs being harvested. So for example, these red life flowers are still giving the mini orbs, these here, and the others are giving the level 1, the rook orb. So I'm going to want to get a 5 merge with those red flowers as quickly as I can, just to, improve my orb game a little bit. But I am about to do another little bit of a heal, which is going to help with that. Let's see, where do I want to go with this? Let's see if we can get a blue orb. Looks good, that looks good. Right there. Alright, one more white orb and we will have a blue orb merged up. And I think that will be a really good second heal for this initial stage of the event. And we'll be able to get decent level life flowers. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. There we go. What's so funny, and it happens to me every time, is when point items are like these berries, or in some events, the point items are the Vibrant of Forest items. And I'm so used to having to be very careful with them and not do 3 merges and make sure I have plenty of those items, that when they're a point item that can just be harvested, so it's okay if I do a 3 merge every now and then, I forget, or it makes me nervous. I'm like, can I really 3 merge this? It's like, yes, you can. It's okay. To give myself a little bit of a pep talk whenever I'm doing a 3 merge of something that looks important. Because I've had a few times, more than a few times, many times, where an accidental 3 merge has made it so I couldn't finish an event. And I'm getting much better at not making those kinds of accidental merges. But I'm definitely human. I definitely make mistakes. There we go. Move these guys down there. Alright. Okay, so I said my goal was blue orb. I have 2 blue orbs. So let's set one of these off up here. Let's see how far this is going to go. Yeah, that is a very nice heal. Very nice. Alright, pull aside all the special items. Berry, got some larger shrubs. Oops. Got these little vibrant mushrooms. There are a lot of mushrooms in this game. In camp, in the events, they just seem to be everywhere. And that's not a complaint. Like, I think the mushrooms are adorable. Just as I'm getting further into the game, I'm noticing more and more that there are a lot of mushrooms. That can go right there. Bring these guys over here just in case they are useful. No. Let's see, that's the moon grass. You have a star grass, a sun grass, right there. Do I have one more star grass anywhere? I don't think I do. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. So that looks good. Merge these down. Or harvest these down. Awesome, getting a bunch of fruit tree seeds. Toss that in for 3 merge. Thought I had a couple other grasses that I just set over here, but apparently I don't. That's fine. So we'll scoot that in. Tuck all of these in a little bit further. Alright, very nice. And then for my other blue orb, I think I want to set it off down here and clear out this section. That all done. Very nice. So one of the last cloud keys I'm going to open is going to be this lychee. And the reason for that is I would like, I don't want to have the higher level fruit trees around being a distraction for my elves. I want them to be harvesting orbs and eventually point items. Like right now, there are some things on the board that they're harvesting point items from, but there will come a time where I want that to be their main focus. For right now, though, I really want them to focus on orbs and cleaning up after these heals. What is that one? That looks like a sungrass. But it's not a sungrass. Is that a sungrass? Yes. Moongrass. Haha. Let's see, those are weeds. Got a little star grass right there. Did I get a star grass? I didn't. That's perfectly fine. We'll slide those over there in case they can become useful later and go back to harvesting this area down. Alright, we got our Harvest from Withered Plants quest, which is awesome. The next one is to harvest from Tricolored Life Flowers 50 times. The tricolor is the level 6, so 1 level higher than the shiny life flower. I definitely want to get that on a 5 merge. So I'm just going to keep working on my life flowers and my fruit trees. Bring this on over, bring this on over. Alright, and that got me my 5 merges. Awesome. So my next quest is going to have 3 of the mythical orbs for healing. So having those higher level life flowers is going to allow us to get those orbs even faster. Tuck this over here. Very nice. I don't want an accidental merge there. Okay, that looks better. And right now what I'm doing over in this area is setting up my little life flower sprout farm. So staggering all of my little trees. That way each one has as much space as possible. Let's see, there's 5 for that. Yeah, got a bunch of fruit tree saplings over there. Very nice. So this is where doing a little bit more healing is really helpful because it gives space for you to spread out those fruit trees. The more spread out they are, the more life flower sprouts you're going to be able to get from them. And that's going to let you build the larger flowers even faster. I know some people who like to, not heal too much of the map. That way you don't have all of these distractions for your elves. And I think that is a perfectly valid strategy. But in this game especially, I just really like to have the space to spread things out and let things, grow and evolve. In my other merge games, I don't do that as much. I tend to, just heal a limited amount of space and then let my dragons or my creatures do what they need to in the space that I have for them. But for some reason with merge elves, I really like having it spread out. Alright, let's drop these nice little elves on some piles of leaves. That's good, that's good. You right there, put you right there. Alright. And all of these lovely leaves will be turning into life flower sprouts. Makes me so happy. You for that. Do I have another sapling sitting anywhere? I do. So you can get our 5 merge with those saplings. That looks good. See, and it's moments like this where I go, should I do the prism flower method, the elf flower method? I posted a video from the last event, the Morning Sanctuary, where I show how to do the elf flower method to get a bunch of extra elves early on in the game. And it's this cleanup harvesting sort of stage of the game where they're really helpful. Later in the game, it doesn't matter quite as much that you have a bunch of extra elves, because eventually there's only so many things for them to do. But early on, when you're trying to clean up a large area that you just healed, they are very handy to have. But with this event, what I really like is we get 3 elves pretty early on. And as much as I love it when I end up with, 7 or 8 elves and I can just send them off to do my bidding very, very quickly. It's not necessary. If I was doing a speed run, I would definitely get the more elves. Because that does help it go faster. But I don't feel like it goes faster enough to be worth it if we're already starting off with 3 elves. Some of the events you start off with, most of the events you start off with 2 elves, and that's all you have until much later in the game when you find the 3 mystery eggs. I've had others, I'm trying to remember, I think the sea breeze, the summer sea breeze, I think that was the name of that event. In that event, it actually takes quite a while before you get your second elf in the event. So you're going with 1 elf for quite a while, at least compared to, other events. So that's one where it would be very tempting, and that's also a huge map. I hope we get to see that event again when summer rolls back around. I like how Merge Elves has their seasonal events, and it seems like, these ones for the fall are really focused on, harvesting, that very fall-like theme of collecting in, planting seeds, growing trees, collecting in the things that you plant, is really neat. And I'm interested to see if these are going to be, sort of the winter season events also, or if they're going to be coming out with new events. I'm not entirely sure when Merge Elves started, when it was created. So I don't know if there was a winter holiday event last year. I know a lot of countries and religions and cultures have some kind of winter holiday. So it would be very interesting to see if they're going to do that. Or even if it's just winter themed with some snow and some snowmen and mittens and scarves. And I think that would be cute to have a little point item chain where you collect scarves and mittens and hats as if you were getting ready to, go out and play in the cold. That could be really fun. Let's see about spreading these guys out up here. No clumsy merges there. I want to maximize my fruit tree leaves. See, that's good right there. That's good right there. Slide this over. Alright, technically I am off by 1 row. So we'll just scoot everything over 1 more. Okay, now all of the fruit trees have plenty of room to make saplings. Let's see, I've got 4 of those. I would like 1 more shiny flower. And the tricolor flowers, if I remember correctly, you harvest the green orbs from them. Let's double check. Yeah. So once I start getting to that level, I want to keep all of my flowers sort of there. That way I only have green or